Hi, I apologise up front if you can hear the washing machine. It's got another hour left, and I want this done while I've got daylight. And and it's got a pause button on it, and I've been there trying to pause this effing washing machine, and it just, yeah, I can't do it. I can't pause a washing machine. This is the level of intelligence of your girl. Anyways, welcome. Disclaimers, my thoughts and opinions, and I swear I'm going to follow on. It's kind of like attached to the last video that I did where I talked about energies, right? Because we've got to start learning that we are all energy. Because trust me, the people who run our world, them bastards, know exactly what we are. And that's why they do with our energy what they do with our energy. Keep us confused with numbers. Now, as a side note, and numbers, money, the stress of changes people's personalities from what they were born to be. You were born, just look at a child, eager, wanting to know. You are basically bred through school with ever more difficult numbers, and you come out of there going, leave the numbers in the hands of the experts. I don't give two shiny shits about numbers. You're even putting letters in the mix now. I don't give a shit what fucking volume this triangle is. You know what I mean? You just put it away. And this is all done by design because they know how to tether in our minds. And we go through life chasing numbers, the pursuit of personal wealth. So they directly put us on a path that's the opposite of God. And they're the church. These bastards made the church. They created the church. So they've got both sides. You know, it's like with politics. You know, they are red and they are blue. Do you know what I mean? They wings of the same bird. They control both sides of everything. So they've just got us for us our entire lives. And this has been going on for generations, I'm told. And now the boss is teaching people the other way because they were never meant to keep these secrets secret anyway. That's by the by. And I know it will go over a lot of some people's heads. I've been doing this for 15 years. I didn't understand it at first either. For shit, right? But trust me, they know what they're doing, right? And I will fight for you even though you don't know though you don't know that they're the enemy. I will fight for you against these bastards. Do you know what I mean? Won't fight with you guys. You're not my enemy. It's the big fellas I'm after. Which is why it's probably a good thing that nobody knows who I am, because when it twigs, it'll be like, fucking hell, she put her life in danger, didn't she? Yes, she did. And after I'm gone, I'm sure that it'll be picked up. I'm ahead of my time, what can I say? Anyways, shining my titties. So what I want to talk about is like on the energy spectrum. Everything is, let's face it. But something happened to my friend the other day that perfectly explains that we're not what they tell us that we are. Well, it doesn't perfectly explain it. But it's just one of those things that you cannot, this lady cannot explain what happened to her. Now, so there's something else that I will say first that she can't explain what happened to her. She received from Amazon a packet of lighters, right? She didn't order that. She's like, I did not order these fucking lighters. She got on Amazon. Show enough. Says on there she ordered the lighters. They took us out. I was like, you sure they weren't a gift? And she's like, nope, no gift. Like, literally, it says on my account that I ordered these lighters and I didn't order these lighters. Now, you would think, well, with that, we've sort of batted about and we have come up, because that's what I do. I rip everything to fucking bits, right? And so does she. And we've come up that the only logical explanation is that she did it when she was in her sleep. She used to be a sleepwalker. And she's petrified that she just woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning and went and ordered herself some lighters. Now, when these lighters turned up, she was cock-a-hoop, mate. Cock-a-fucking-hoop. Because she needed some lighters. So maybe that was her subconscious just saying, look, you need fucking lighters. Get your lighters. We don't know. Once I had an Amazon delivery once of 10 Doorbells. 10 doorbells. I have 9 doorbells. I gave one to a fella as a gift last year. So he could remember me. So I have 9 doorbells. Not ring doorbells, unfortunately, otherwise I'd be giving them away. I mean, but, just random now. I put that on Facebook, and apparently there are some companies that do that so that they can prove that they sell. There is a name to it. My friend Sarah, Kerry Ann's got a friend called Sarah. Fuck a dog. But my friend Sarah knows the name for it, but this is a genuine thing that they do. But for a while, there was no explanation to that. Anyways, the other day, my friend, walking to work, falls over, right? People fall over every day, not a thing. But she is and she's a very spiritual person as well. She's like, literally, it was the weirdest thing. I was walking along, normally, I was looking at my feet. There were no bumps in the road. I didn't hit anything. It was like I'd just been glitched into a different dimension, fallen over something there and been glitched straight back to this dimension, because all of a sudden I'm there watching my feet do their regular thing, and all of a sudden I'm in the air and landing on the ground. There was no way that she could explain how she tripped. She didn't trip. She didn't kick anything. She didn't touch anything. She was just walking down the street, and all of a sudden, poof, up off her feet and on the floor. Nobody around her. And people are Brighton, you pieces of shit. One man went to help her, like knees bleeding like fuck. She's face down on, and people are walking past her. So people are Brighton, heartless, some people. But then she got to work and they were all really kind over and everything. So faith in humanity restored. So yeah, that's the sort of thing. She cannot explain it. She spent all this time going, it makes no sense. There is no sense to this happening. Now, I've said on previous videos, and so I'm just going to say it again, because who the fuck cares about my previous videos? Like the way that we don't understand the way that the brain works, right? But one way that I sort of describe it is, like, say you've got a cup of coffee and you drop your keys and whatever. In that split millisecond there, you have about 4 conversations with each other. Yeah, your right hand's going, grab the keys. Your left hand's going, don't drop the coffee. And like you're just having all of these different fucking things. And when you unpack that, what happened, you cannot fit it back into the time slot that it happened in. It was a millisecond. But during that millisecond, you experienced about 10 seconds worth of different emotions. And feelings, panic and fear and humiliation and shit like that. But you can't, once you explain it, unpack it. You can't pack it back into the same time frame, no matter how hard you try. Now, the other thing that I wanted to mention, and I would love an explanation to this, but there is no explanation to this. And it's only ever happened to me once in my life. When my daughter was younger, we used to live in the old house. Now, my old house, it's where I used to do my first videos. I just set the camera rolling, look at that black dot when I was sitting in this corner. There was something about the corner in this bloody house. So I'd sit there, start rambling, watch my videos back and go, fucking hell. Why didn't I think of that? Do you know what I mean? And it was words coming out of my own head. And I'm like, why did I never think about that? That makes so much more sense than the way that I was thinking about it. And it was just weird. Anyway, my daughter was sat in this chair where I used to sit and do my videos, the one with the paintings behind. And that I did myself. Yeah, fucked up my own living room wall because I'm quirky like that. And basically, she's sitting in this chair and I'm sitting in the chair opposite. It was like a corner. she said something to me. And then she said the exact same thing. It was a full sentence. She just said it twice. So I went, what, twice? She's like, what you on about? I'm like, you just said that twice. She's like, no, I didn't. And I wasn't drinking. I wasn't smoking. I had been on no drugs whatsoever. Stone cold fucking sober. And she said the exact same thing to me twice. And she didn't. But I heard it twice. It's plain mundo. You know, there are way more things on heaven and earth than we're allowed to know about. And a lot of them, these bastards know. And they need stopping, because the biggest lie that we're ever told is that, I was thinking this on the way to the shop, the biggest lie I think we've ever been told is that people cease to exist when they die. You can't get rid of energy. It just transfers into another form. You can't just kill energy. And who has bred us to believe that when you die, that's the end of it? The church. The church, which has a vested interest in you not knowing that your soul goes on after you die. Now, I've been visited by my dad loads of times, been visited by my mum, been visited by both of my brothers. Do you know what I mean? And because I've, over the years, I've met people who've taught me this stuff, and it's like, this explains so much. Do you know what I mean? First reading I ever had with a lady who just came up to me, sat down chatting in the school playground, turned out to be a psychic. Not sure whether she is to such an extent now, but at the beginning she was really, really good. And she just sat there while she was doing it, and she went, oh, by the way, when you feel this, you've not got nits, that's them just going, hello, because like the hair, it's easier to move doing that. Do you know what I mean? That requires a lot of force, but just tickling your hair, tickling your nose, this kind of thing is easy for them to do, to just go, I'm here, flickering and lights and shit like that. And we're taught that doesn't exist, that your loved ones aren't with you. And that pisses me off to the max, because I know that they are lying, and I know the reason that they're bloody lying. And one day I will hopefully help make it sense. Make it make sense, even. Make it so. But yeah, the things to think about. If you've got any experiences. Oh, and also there's the time when I was spoken to by a dead person when I worked at the radio station. And there were so many experiences that I had there by myself. But so many of the DJs, of the staff, have proof. And then one day I'm there on my own shit myself, typing away, going, whenever I feel afraid, I hold my head erect and whistle a happy tune. And this woman's voice in my left ear, clear as a bell, when you're mad. And I fucking legged it. But I did have a relationship with this woman. I did do a video on this once. This is going on a bit now. 13. That's quite short for me. But yeah, if you've got any tales that you want to tell, please leave them in the comments. And, if you have any thoughts and opinions whatsoever, feel free to share. Feel free to like, because that might do something. Because I don't monetize my channel. I don't really promote myself either. So if you want to share it with somebody that you think you might have a conversation about it with, or maybe you've had a conversation recently and it pertains to this conversation, let's just share the shit out of everything. And please consider subscribing if you've not done already. I'm not mad.